If you feed your cat both wet and dry food, something is quietly happening inside their body every single day. And most owners have no idea what it is. To understand what's happening, you have to understand where your cat came from. Your house cat is descended from a desert animal, the African wildcat, that survived in dry, harsh land with almost no standing water to drink. It didn't need a water bowl because it got nearly all its moisture from the prey it caught. A mouse or small bird is roughly 70% water. So evolution did something strange to cats. It switched off their sense of thirst. That instinct is still inside your cat today. Even when their body needs water, they often won't feel the urge to drink. And that single fact is the key to everything that follows, because the food you put in the bowl is now their main source of water, whether you realize it or not. Dry food, kibble, contains only about 6 to 10% moisture. Wet food contains around 70 to 80%. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between a food that hydrates your cat and a food that barely does at all. Here's the part most people miss. A cat eating only dry food usually does not drink enough extra water to make up the gap. Studies have shown that cats on dry diets take in significantly less total water than cats eating wet food, even when there's a full bowl right next to them. Their broken thirst instinct simply doesn't push them to drink more. The result is a state of mild, ongoing dehydration that you can't see from the outside. Over months and years, this puts steady strain on two of the most fragile systems in a cat's body, the bladder and the kidneys. This is a big reason why feline lower urinary tract disease is so common. Painful inflammation, crystals, and in male cats, dangerous blockages that can become an emergency. It's also part of why chronic kidney disease is one of the leading health problems in older cats, affecting a large share of cats over the age of 10. Low moisture every day for years, it adds up quietly. Now picture adding wet food to that same routine. Every time your cat eats wet food, they're effectively drinking at the same time, without even trying. That extra moisture keeps urine more diluted, which helps flush the bladder and makes those painful crystals far less likely to form. For a cat's urinary and kidney health, this is one of the most protective things you can do. But hydration is only half the story. Cats are what's called obligate carnivores. Their bodies are built to run almost entirely on animal protein. They need nutrients like taurine, vitamin A, and certain fatty acids that come from meat. And they handle carbohydrates poorly. Wet food is usually higher in protein and much lower in carbs than dry food, simply because dry kibble needs starch to hold its shape, which pushes its carbohydrate content up. Wet food is also far less calorie-dense. Gram for gram, dry food can carry 3 to 4 times the calories of wet food. That means wet food lets your cat feel full on fewer calories. A real advantage when you consider that well over half of pet cats today are overweight or obese. So if wet food is this good, why not feed it alone? Because dry food brings real benefits of its own, and they fit your cat's natural behavior. In the wild, cats don't eat 1 or 2 big meals. They hunt and eat many tiny meals, often 10 to 20 small portions spread across the day and night. Dry food lets you support that grazing instinct. You can leave a measured amount out, and it won't spoil after a couple of hours the way wet food does. Wet food left in the bowl starts growing bacteria fast, especially in a warm home. Dry food stays safe to nibble. And here's a myth worth killing. Regular dry food does not clean your cat's teeth. Most kibble simply shatters when bitten and never touches the gum line. The only exception is special dental diets, which use larger, specially designed pieces made to scrub the tooth as the cat chews. So don't trust ordinary kibble as a toothbrush. It isn't one. So what actually happens when you feed both every single day? Your cat gets a kind of balance that neither food can give alone. From the wet food, deep hydration, high protein, fewer carbs, and protection for the bladder and kidneys. From the dry food, convenience, the freedom to graze, steady energy between meals, and food that doesn't spoil while you're away. Picky eaters tend to stay more interested because the textures change. Weight becomes easier to control because you can lean more on the lower-calorie wet food. And that silent dehydration problem, the one quietly damaging dry-fed cats over the years, largely disappears. But there is one rule you cannot break. You have to count both foods toward the same daily calorie total. The most common mistake owners make is feeding a full portion of wet food and a full free-feeding bowl of dry, treating them as two separate meals instead of one shared budget. Do that, and you'll slowly turn a healthy cat into an overweight one without ever noticing the moment it happened. The fix is simple. Decide your cat's total daily food, then split it between wet and dry. Many owners do well with wet food as the main meals and a small measured amount of dry for grazing. When you're unsure of the exact amounts, your vet can give you a number based on your cat's weight and age. So here's the truth behind that quiet little bowl. Feeding your cat wet and dry food every day can be genuinely better than either one alone. More hydration, better nutrition, easier weight control, and a happier, more interested eater. The only thing standing between good for them and harmful is whether you measure the total. Your cat will never be able to tell you any of this. But now, you know.